Alright, hey, I'm going to tell you a guitar story. I started telling you last time that I bought a white Ibanez guitar that looked just like Joe Satriani's guitar. Not exactly, I learned later, but pretty close, and it was an amazing guitar. Well, I started learning how to play it. I picked up a few things here and there, just kind of listening and messing around on the guitar by myself. I decided I should take lessons, right? So I took one guitar lesson, and I realized later that taking a guitar lesson I thought should make me awesome. Kind of like when you take your car to the mechanic, you pay the mechanic to fix the car and you get your car back and it's fixed, right? So I take myself to a guitar lesson, and in my mind I think I should be awesome after a guitar lesson. Well, it turns out it's a lot more work and I have to do the work, instead of the guitar teacher teaching me and making me awesome without me having to do anything. I don't know if that makes any sense or not to anyone but me, but I got discouraged because I didn't automatically just become awesome at the guitar. So my guitar ended up spending a lot of years in the case with me not playing it. But I did pick up a few things here and there to play. And then along came my son, and when he turned 6 or 7 years old, he started to drag this guitar around the house, and it got really kind of beat up. But it was amazing because he showed so much interest in learning to play the guitar that I didn't really care that he kind of beat up the guitar, and it really put a lot of character on the guitar. I loved it. Anyway, that guitar was the best guitar ever. And I learned a few things on it that I showed him. So I'm going to show you right now a couple of those little things that I learned to show him that he grabbed onto and took off. The first thing is an A minor chord followed by a G. Sounds like this. And you can hear that mine's kind of messy, and it's really hard for me to switch from one chord to another. And I've done it 10,000 times, and it just doesn't seem to be getting any easier for me, but that's something I'm going to conquer and work on and practice, is changing from one chord to another. Since then, I've learned a whole bunch of chords, but it's still really difficult for me to switch. I won't bore you all with demonstrations of my terrible chord technique, right? Another thing that I learned was a song, or part of a song, several parts of this 9.5-minute Rush song called La Via Strangiato. I think I mentioned in the previous video. So I showed Ryan how to do this very beginning bit, and it's an A chord, sounds like this. Right, but Alex Lifeson does it something like this. Anyway, obviously I'm messy at it. Sometimes I do better, sometimes not. If anybody's listening, obviously I'm terrible at it. So then I learned more and more and more of that song. There's still a bunch of big holes in the song for me. Ryan can play it note for note right along with the band. It's really amazing to watch him. So 30 years later, I'm still struggling with it, but I have a lot of fun playing it. Those are the first couple of things I showed him. He took off and learned everything else on his own. Now, okay, so the white guitar. I don't know if I shared this with you or not, I don't think so, but our house got broken into and the guitar's stolen. Over the years I'd picked up some guitars and most of them were broken when I bought them, and so I picked them up for, you know, almost nothing, and worked on them and fixed them and got them repaired. And then I had several really nice playing guitars that didn't really cost me very much to pick up, but to replace them would have cost quite a bit. And our house got broken into, and my 6 guitars got stolen. They were hanging on the wall behind me here. You can see a couple of guitars back there because we replaced them. The insurance company stepped in, and we, you know, figured out how much it would cost to replace those guitars, and they helped us out. So we went out and we bought, instead of a white Ibanez guitar, I got this black one. There's some differences. It doesn't have a locking nut and a Floyd Rose bridge. It has neck-through construction, which is better than my bolt-on neck that I had on my white guitar. We got that ESP purple guitar I had actually purchased for $50 because it wasn't working. And it just had a solder connection that was loose that I fixed, and now it plays amazing. And then we got a Synyster Gates Schecter Custom S model with this Sustainiac pickup. That guitar is amazing. Anyway, so with the house being broken into, guitars stolen, we replaced these guitars, not with the same models, unfortunately, but we got some great guitars. It's really renewed my interest in learning to play guitar. And I'll show you a couple of things I've been working on, but I also wanted to give a shout out to the guys that I've been watching online that have really inspired me to learn guitar. First of all, I mentioned Synyster Gates. His name's Brian Hayner, and his dad is Brian Hayner Sr. They're both amazing musicians. Well, they have made a website, and it's free, with amazing lessons. Synyster Gates' dad, Brian Hayner Sr., teaches the beginner section. There's a whole bunch of lessons. I think he does some of the intermediate as well. And he does just an amazing job of really connecting and showing you exactly how to do what he's trying to teach you to do. In the more intermediate and advanced, Brian, or Synyster Gates, shows you a bunch of more advanced things. He doesn't seem to really talk at all. He just shows you what to do, which is just as effective if you don't need the talking. But that's syngates.com, syngates.com. Another guy that I've watched that has helped a lot is Tyler Larson. His program is called Music is Win. He has a lot of good comedy on his YouTube channel. He was very inspiring to me. The first video of his I ever saw was he was playing Jimi Hendrix songs on the street corner at Thanksgiving and raising money to feed homeless people in his area. I think it's in North Carolina, something like that. But it was really inspiring to me to watch him play on the street and raise money. So I started following him, and he teaches some great lessons on guitar. Another guy that I've run into is Jake Lizio. His channel is called Signals Music Studio. He does a great job of explaining a lot of music theory and how to combine different elements of music to make them sound amazing. And he does a really great job of explaining step by step how and why, and he seems to be very patient with me, even though it's not personal. That's how I take it. I like watching him and listening to him and practicing what he shows me. Another guy is Carl Brown, has many lessons. His page is guitarlessons365.com. He also has, of course, several YouTube channels where he teaches. There's hundreds of songs that he teaches note for note. So Carl Brown, Guitar Lessons 365. Another guy I enjoy watching is Sean Daniel. A lot of his stuff is just performance and fun to watch, but he also shows how to do a lot of things. Sean Daniel. I'll link these guys in my description. Another guy that's inspiring to me is Stevie T. I think the guy is hilarious. A lot of people think he's really overly dramatic, but I think it's hilarious to watch. But he's an amazing guitar player, and when he does demonstrate how to do something, he does a really good job of showing how to do it. So I'm going to link these guys in my description, and then I want to show you a couple of things I've been working on. All right, this first bit that I want to show you is a Metallica song called Jump in the Fire. Anyway, I know that was terrible. I usually do that a lot better when nobody's watching, but there you go. I've been working on that. I left some of it out because, whatever. Another bit that I've been working on is another Metallica song called Fade to Black. I need an acoustic part at the beginning. So the beginning part is supposed to be on acoustic, but I don't have an acoustic guitar. Actually I do, but it has broken strings and I need to fix it. So I'm just going to do this on a clean channel. Sounds something like this. Okay, I gotta get that last bit. And then there's a little lead bit that comes in over the top of that intro that I've been working on. And it sounds something like this. Hopefully I don't mess it up too bad, but here it goes. Actually, that's on the lead pick or on the neck pickup, so let me try that again. See if I get the right string. Anyway, I kind of messed that up a little bit, and I know my rhythms are way off, but I'm more worried about what notes am I playing and where's my hand and not missing the string. So as I smooth that out, I'll work on the rhythms. I just wanted to show you a couple of things I'm working on. There's a couple of more, like I've been working on Metallica's Seek and Destroy, and I can do a bunch of that. And I can do a bunch more of Fade to Black too, but it's really pretty rough. When I say I can play it, not really in a presentable fashion, but I know where to put my hand and where to play, and I just need to work it out and smooth it out, and I've been practicing a lot. So there I am, kind of as a starting point here, February 13th. So let's see, I told you about the guitars being stolen, the replacement guitars, some of the guitar teachers that I've been watching online, and some things I'm working on. So there's my starting point. Thanks for watching.